apparently 100% piss is what people are saying.
Yeah, it was 100% piss. I love pissing.
Okay.
I love to pee on myself. The thing is, I'm a disgusting person, so it's
Okay.
just like people been knew that about me. I don't give a fuck.
Say to them that say she's a terrible representation for black women.
I
Stop posting her. She's disgusting.
I feel like when they say disgusting, they're not fucking lying. I feel like the people ain't, if you, whatever you heard about me is the truth. I don't give a fuck. You know how you break all barriers? You break them by telling them everything.
Sukihana is a real good example of get rich or die trying. The problem is the world you make on the path to getting rich matters. Unfortunately, her saying, I am disgusting. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I do it for my kids. What is the world that she's creating that her kids are living in? Now, mind you, other people have kids who don't have access to the financial things that she's going to provide for her kids. So her kids may be able to go to private schools and not be stuck in a public school with a bunch of other kids who best example of a black woman is Sukihana. Everything about this says short-term thinking. Short-term thinking. Sukihana's children are going to eventually socialize with other people, and a lot of times they're going to look to socialize with people that look like them and try to relate to them. There are kids right now that all their mother plays is Sukihana. Their mentality of their mother is what Sukihana broadcasts. Sukihana is just like Nino Brown because Nino Brown gave out turkeys during Thanksgiving. He wasn't all the way a bad guy. He did a lot for the community. We can say this about a lot of people that people say bad things about. But is the bad that they do so bad that it undo or undoes the good? I would say when you're talking about entertainers, you giving 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, $1 million or $2 million is not going to undo what the power of your media will do when it is broadcast out there. The media that is being broadcast is absolutely viral. And I mean that in the most specific, right to the point, exact definition. It is viral like a virus that spreads. That money is going to go in some communities, help some people out. There are some people that's going to be affected by it. But I guarantee you, little girls especially, and little boys who can't afford to do anything else can for free hear Sukihana on their TV, their phones, their laptops, and their tablets. Sukihana is Nino Brown. She is ruthless. She's ruthless for a good reason, some may say, because she's trying to take care of her kids and she's trying to have things that she didn't have. She's trying to take care of the people she loves, but in the process, so many people are affected. So many people will lose. So many women will lose. So many women will lose trying to live something that Sukihana is acting out. From what I understand, deep down, Sukihana is somewhat Afrocentric, conscious, but in her mind, maybe she got to do whatever she got to do to get to the bag, and she'll help some people out, and hopefully eventually she'll say something conscious. But that is not going to work. A lot of the people that she's already put this negative message out to, they are not going to be receptive to that when it happens 5-10 years from now. And honestly, how long will Sukihana be a thing? How long will that happen? I'm pretty sure she's making sure she's financially in a good spot. So when her time of this big height and fame is up, she'll be okay. But when that time is up, will it be just like Nino Brown? Even after he was gone, you still had all the crackheads on the street. Everything that was going on good in the community is still destroyed. Sukihana is Nino Brown. She's just like Nino Brown. She does good. She empowers women, is what they say. Empower them to what? That's the real question. What does she empower them to do? To sexually just do whatever and feel like prostitution is cool or everything is transactional? If that's the case, if that's her goal, cool. What happens as the men catch up? Or are we counting on the weakness of men mentally, or the kind of men that will be mentally weak and fall for that? Who knows? Nino Brown did a lot of good. He did. He did some good stuff. Just like a lot of people that you could call them drug dealers, you could call them gangsters, you could call them mobsters, you could call them what you want. But does it undo all the things that happen? And I'm going to leave this right here. And I know it sounds like preaching, but I'm going to leave this right here. I like to listen to some of these videos on YouTube about people reminiscing about these drug dealers and great people who did stuff in the hood. And one of the things I always hear, I hear this phrase, they'll be like, yo, when so-and-so was on, everybody was eating. Everybody was eating. That ain't true. Everybody wasn't eating. You and a lot of people were buying designer clothes while there was some 8-year-old, some 6-year-old, some 5-year-old sitting in the house, not eating, starving to death because their crackhead mama and daddy spent all their money on crack instead of feeding them, selling the food stamps, taking their whole check and going down to the trap. Again, Sukihana is just like Nino Brown. Does good things, but do the good things undo the bad, or even balance out with the bad? When she is gone, she'll be gone. When she's done, she got her bag, she'll be done. And she is not going to take accountability for what is left. For every little girl that think the only way for her to get on is to act like a hoe or prostitute. And when I say hoe, I mean how pimps say it, where it's a woman that's always trying to get out of the situation, and everything is transactional. Sukihana is Nino Brown and is every bit as good and bad.